everybody to another terrible Murph and Friends show on a Monday night.
Don't sell yourself short.
Dude, it's the worst show ever. Well, Tommy's not really a special guest, but I have a special guest, a guy I grew up with playing baseball, Nick Reinhardt, who had nothing else to do. So he told me, you know what, I'm out of town. I have nothing to do. It's either watch TV or come on this shitty show. So he decided to come on this shitty show.
Or put some porn on my phone and have some alone time.
Oh, yeah. This is like porn on your phone once you hear Tommy's voice.
Oh, yeah.
We have Nick Reinhardt, Tommy Handy. You know Nick.
I do. I've known Nick for a long time, too.
Say hi to everybody, Nick, the two people who are watching.
Hello, everybody. Fans of Murph and Friends. Or should I say fan?
Fan. Don't do plural. Don't get me and Tommy excited. And my other host, like always, is Tommy Handy. Tommy, what's up, dude?
Well, nothing. Just trying to stay out of the heat today. It's hot.
That's bullshit. Nick's in Reno right now, out of town. Nick, what's the weather like in Reno?
It was raining at 104 degrees today. That's the first time I've ever experienced anything like that. Literally, I'm not shitting you. Like the water was drying as it hit the ground. Like it was like it wouldn't. It wasn't like evaporating, but it like wouldn't like hold. It was crazy.
That's horrible.
That's.
And then there was a gnarly ass thunderstorm like right after it. Like it was like Midwest, so it was cool.
How long you been in Reno? When did you get to Reno? Today?
Oh, it's just day trip.
Oh, okay.
Just day trip. I'll be out of here as fast as I can get out of here tomorrow.
Nice.
Good choice.
Well, Tommy, we just did a quick show. We normally don't do one on Monday, but we decided to do one when our kids were swimming today in the pool.
Yep.
And you looked great with your shirt off and stuff, and we decided to do a quick show.
Thank you.
So we don't have a beer of a week, so I don't know what anybody else is drinking. Normally we do a beer of a week.
It's exciting.
Nick, do you have
some
anything?
good old-fashioned water.
Ah, boo. I'm drinking.
That's what I got.
I'm drinking this homemade sangria that the wife made. I don't know what that puts me in.
Yeah. I was just at your house a little while ago, and I didn't get that offered to me.
Run down real fast.
No, that's too far now.
Is that not?
It is 107.
So that doesn't qualify as mangria?
No. Oh my God. Have you ever had it?
No.
Oh.
No.
It's pretty good.
That shit's no joke, dude. It'll mess you up so freaking bad. It's not even funny.
Well, I mean, dude, like think about what sangria is to start. I mean, it's a mixture of juice and wine, dude.
Dude,
nothing.
Have you even heard the story about how Adam Carolla even came up with it? I know I've told it multiple times. Tom, you know it, right?
Yeah, no, I know it. I've heard.
Yeah, it's just so funny. For the people who don't know it, he basically was down in his liquor room, his wine room, whatever, his cellar. He went to sit down. He's in a robe. He took a shower. Then he basically had, like, he calls it a hummingbird's beak worth of red wine left, and he's like, I'm not getting back up because you're an alcoholic if you get redressed and go to the liquor store to buy liquor. So he just made a concoction of stuff until it finally tasted well, and what do you know, it's one of the top drinks you can buy now, and it's so freaking, dude. It plays with your, because you think it's not that much liquor. I mean, the first taste you taste, Tommy, I remember you can taste the vodka, but then it just tastes like sangria, but it's more potent than a
What was that junk What was that junk that Everclear used to make and put it in a 2-liter bottle, the purple?
I don't know. What was that?
Oh.
What was that shit? I don't know.
God damn it.
Um,
Google it. I'll Google it a little.
Yeah.
That stuff was bad for you.
Yeah, but
hey, this is gonna surprise you guys. Todd Frazier only hit 1 home run in the final.
Yeah, shocker.
Oh, so is it over?
Yeah, that's for this one.
Big letdown.
I don't know. How do you feel about the home run derby, Nick? I mean, is it getting to the point where it's just kind of? Is it like the dunk contest? Is it just getting boring?
No, I mean, here's what I say. I heard a good point by Tim Kirkton when I was heading back to my hotel room. So, he was saying you can, if you watch the dunk contest, there's probably some kids on a playground or like an and one guy that can do those dunks, but there's nobody out here that can hit these balls 450, in front on this stage.
True.
So, I mean, it is a pretty cool showcase. I just think they milk it a little bit. I mean, I'd rather see a little reduced version of it, And
They did kind of reduce it with the 7
Yeah.
outs, though. That was kind of nice, not to go 10 outs every.
Yeah, I mean, quick rounds would be cool. I mean,
Yeah.
because honestly, these guys are going to get fatigued at one point, dude. I mean, they just can't go forever. I mean, Cespedes has just got the swing to do it, But the guy hits
Yep.
like a 220 every year. You know what I mean? He's got a big gun and he hits bombs, but he
Yeah.
hits 220. Yeah. I liked how Jose Abreu was like, "Nope, I'm not doing it. I don't want to mess up my swing." That was. I mean, those guys came over at the same time. That was.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just
mean,
love how I only get to watch Cespedes in an A's outfit for a couple more years until he goes to another team, which is the funny thing about the way the A's, the Yankees and Red Sox, their farm system is actual major league teams where the A's, after a couple years, they can't pay these guys anymore because of the way they're.
Well, that Lou Wolf's just an idiot, man. He doesn't get it that if you get a championship, you build a new stadium, you generate revenue. Honestly, the Giants payroll could be, up there with a lot of the teams. Maybe not to the Dodgers, but they could definitely be a top 3 team. They own their stadium. I mean, they make just flat out cash. Look at I heard a crazy stat for the Niners' new stadium. Just by selling all their licensings for their seats and selling out the stadium, they made up half. They have the ability to pay half of the $1.3 billion that it cost to build that thing off this year.
Wow.
So
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Have you seen basically the walkthrough or the 360 of the stadium already?
Oh yeah, it's sick.
That's
it's.
Good.
But some of those, the most expensive license for a seat was $80,000, dude, and some of those people were buying 4 of them.
Oh my
but
God.
it's not coincidence they put that thing in Santa Clara. The money, that's nothing down there. I mean, the money is, the corporate dollars, are just ridiculous. So but that's the lack of foresight that the A's ownership has, and they're there to make money, not to win, when it comes down to it.
Tommy?
Yeah.
So what do you think about, in general, the whole, going to a 49ers game this year? I mean, I know the tickets are all sold out. Would you pay?
It's not going to happen to me. No. I would never pay $200 a ticket.
Isn't that just ridiculous, though? I mean, because
you got to pay the $200 for the ticket, and you still got to pay to park. And you still got to,
how much is opening? How much is? Because there's tickets on StubHub, I'm guessing right now, right?
I haven't looked.
What is a ticket going for right now? I'll look. You talk.
Yeah, I don't know. Depends on the game. I might pay for for the Seattle game. I might dig deep for that one.
Yeah.
Just make it a bucket list thing. But I don't know. I'm gonna have an opportunity to go to at least one this year, and I'm pretty stoked about that. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see the difference, just with the park. I've stayed at the Hilton that's right, literally.
Yeah.
I'm skipping a jump from that place, and there's just not a lot of ways to get in and out. It's a 4-lane expressway that gets you in there, so I'll be curious to see kind of how they manage the traffic at that place, because it's going to be nice. It's still going to be better than going to Hunter's Point, though.
Preseason.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look too bad. Okay. What day? What's their home game? Is it the Bears?
Bears.
Yeah, Bears.
Okay. Well. Whoa! Prices from $271. Okay.
Shit.
Starting at $271.
That's basically where it's
basically $300 a ticket.
So,
Jesus.
So right now we're looking at prices from low to high. The lowest price right now is upper corner, which is still not too bad, for $271.85. Row 25, quantity 2.
Jesus.
Upper corner.
If you go here, I'll show you.
That's
Let me share. This is crazy.
kind of bring your binoculars.
Yeah, no, actually, from the pictures, it doesn't look too bad. Okay. Okay, can you see that?
No.
Yeah,
Not yet.
I love it.
You can't see it now?
Oh, keep talking, bro.
Yeah, there it is right there. There's your seat right there, which doesn't look too shabby. It's what, second
No, that's
deck
not
right
bad,
there?
man.
Not too bad,
Yeah,
but 71.
Your
That's
25
actually good,
grows
yeah.
up from there.
Yeah. Okay, let's look it from
Yeah,
high
that's
to
right.
low.
Yeah, there you go.
From high
Well,
to
I
low.
mean,
$99,000. What the fuck?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Are you? That can't be
45,000.
right.
45,000. Like, but look at, nobody's paying that shit.
That's
Come on.
insane.
Wow. That's just
You
come
could
on.
give me a seat in the
That's
middle
good.
of the field, and I wouldn't pay $100,000 for it,
Come on.
even if I had it.
I'm going. Screw it. Let's see what's going on.
You gonna sell everything you got?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna look at this anymore. It's depressing. So it looks like I'm not going to opening night, which
Huh.
sucks.
Well,
That sucks.
yeah, it's a Sunday night game anyways, though, right? I'm pretty sure it's the Sunday
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
I mean, you would want, dude. That's the trouble with that stuff. Going to Sunday night games, like, I mean, it's just you got to take Monday off.
Yeah.
And have,
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so how do you guys feel, since you're both the Giants fans, how do you guys feel since it's the All-Star break right now about your Giants?
I mean, dude, the fact that they are only a game out after that pitfall is, to me, more of an indictment on how bad the Dodgers sucked. And
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's ridiculous. I think about this, though. This is what I was thinking about today. There's probably, if they had, they're what, 52 wins? So if they had 8 games, I mean, they would have had a 60-game first half if they just scraped out 8 of those. And I can think of 5 off the top of the head that they gave away. I mean, especially with that Rockies series. So the fact of the matter is they could be, I mean, it's crazy that they're even in this thing after that pitfall. I mean, because they won 19 games in June, and then they come into July and they lose 21 or something like that. I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah, you're 52 and 43. Dodgers technically have 2 wins. And
You lose 21 of 27 games. You shouldn't be anywhere near the top.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and it's, I don't know, man. I would love to see them bolster that lineup, but they don't have a lot in the.
They don't have anything to give away.
No, but you know, the other thing that's bugging me too is I feel like they've really like lost faith in Gary Brown. It's like, dude, you're playing with goddamn Gregor Blanco. I mean, how much worse could it be? That guy and Juan Perez. Like, you're telling me that your first round pick who is batting around 300, got 16 stolen bags. I mean, and is a legit center fielder. Like, could it be any worse? It's kind of like Panic, you know. I mean, like Panic's learning the ropes, you know, on the fly. But honestly, dude, I'm not really all that, you know, worried about Panic. I like what I see. I mean, but
are you guys surprised you haven't made any moves though? I mean, like, were you surprised that they out of nowhere?
They don't have any assets to do it.
Yeah.
They'd have that they want to give up. Now, here's the thing. What I'll say is, you know, Adam Duvall, that guy's not. He's not going to have a chance to play if they sign Duvall. So that's, to me, the one guy that I might, you know, part ways with. Because that dude, he's legit. He's going to be good. You know, but in terms of pitching, I mean, they'd have. Goddamn, man, how great would it be to have Zach Wheeler now? I mean, that Carlos Beltran.
Jesus.
I mean, the Giants got some trades that'll literally haunt them forever.
But wasn't Zach Wheeler so up and down in the minor leagues? That's why he was like expendable. Wasn't he like?
I mean, he was. Yeah, he had some control issues, but dude, the guy's money now. I mean,
no, I know.
He would love to have. I mean, that one.
But
Joe Nathan deal.
Joe Nathan, that was one of the worst ones ever.
But with
Francisco Liriano and Joe Nathan for AJ Brzezinski. Oh, man.
But with the Zach Wheeler deal, I mean, basically you guys were trying to win a championship then, and at the time you guys would have still done that same trade, right? I mean, I know it's easy to look back now and go, oh, we could have kept Wheeler.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. When you know, unless you can, I mean, that's the thing though. They were renting the player. I mean, unless you can get a guarantee that you could sign him. And then what do? You know, they don't want to pay Beltran, so they go out and they give somebody 2 years, basically the equivalent of, you know, the 2-year $26 million you got from the Cardinals. It's like, wait a second. I mean,
just to let you guys know, I have someone from Cleveland that's going to be calling me around 9 o'clock. So,
Cleveland?
I know he follows me on Twitter, and I want to hear I want to hear his whole, like, what Cleveland is freaking just going crazy over this LeBron James crap. So he won the call and stuff like that. So we'll see if he actually calls.
I was listening.
Oh yeah, let's just transition since it is 9 o'clock and he's going to be calling right here, and we'll go back to the Giants. Were you shocked, Nick, Tommy, I asked you earlier, but I want to hear Nick first before you tell me.
No, so here's the thing. Like, I mean, I assumed he was always going back. I just
Okay,
didn't
here it
think
goes.
he'd be in.
Here it goes. His name's Justin. Justin,
Hey, what's up, man?
what's going on, dude?
Nothing much, nothing much.
Welcome to my shitty show. You're on with my friend Nick and Tommy. This is the worst show ever, okay?
All right, what's up, guys?
All right.
What's going on?
What's your Twitter handle? It's Twitter. What is it? Say I'm gay. What is it again?
Say hi to Justin with the number 2.
Yeah, that crap. So where are you from, Justin? Where did I meet you on Twitter? Where did we connect? Where are you from?
I am from Cleveland, Ohio, and I don't really remember how we connected. I think it was somehow over WWE.
Yes. Don't say
Twitter
that.
handle or something.
WWE. Don't ever say that. There's adults on this show, and they don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll do.
Wrestling's real.
Brian, don't lie. It was JO ads.
But was it embarrassing? Yeah, it was the JO ads. Have you ever heard? Well, I'm not going to get into that. Justin, I got to talk to you later about that. Now, before your little, golden boy came back to your hometown, was it okay to say where you were from?
It was always okay to say where I'm
Nice.
from.
Well, talk about the reason why I want to get you on here is obviously it's not a shocker, it's not anything new, but LeBron James came back to Cleveland, Ohio. He came home. I was shocked personally because I didn't think he was going to come this soon, but he did. And how about your city? How's everybody feeling right now? I'm guessing they're down. They're probably like, whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
Well, like I was telling you a couple things on Twitter on Friday, I've never seen the city like this before. Downtown went insane. Random stores and places were cheering. Horns were beeping. I don't think anybody expected him to come back.
How many LeBron jerseys came out of the dusted, half burnt? I saw a picture of a guy who was at a Cubs game, and he had a LeBron James jersey on, and it was all burnt, like it was salvaged, which was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
There was a couple guys that pulled out their jerseys just in case the announcement came over the weekend. A couple places I was at, one guy took his shirt off, and underneath it was a jersey just in case, so he was ready for the preparation in case it was announced.
So how was the talk shows there? I mean, how did you guys, was it like a 75-25, you guys really thought he was going to be there, 50-50? How much, well, first of all, who broke, you said it was a trainer, right? How did people start feeling like this was going to come true?
Okay, well, the main reason that I thought he was coming back personally, and the reason most Clevelanders were listening, was because there is Chris Sheridan, who is at Sheridan Hoops on Twitter. He announced about a week or two ago that he was 100% confident that LeBron was coming back, and his source said it's a done deal already. So our 92.3 The Fan, that's the channel I listen to, and I'm on there all the time, trying to call in and stuff like that, they had him on, and no matter how many times you kept hearing LeBron's still not sure, blah, 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 this Chris Sheridan, man, he stuck to his guns, and he's like, no, it's a done deal, he's coming back, don't. And this guy was getting killed, like, on ESPN, on ESPN2, on our channel, they're like, can you tell us when or anything? And he's like, I can't tell you anything, but it's coming back. So for the most part, everybody was kind of just sticking to that because we didn't have anything else to go off of. So, and then obviously on Friday the news came out, and they had Chris Sheridan on, and he was pretty mean, but with good reason.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I mean, I don't know, Nick and I don't know if they're not gonna be able to hear you, but if they ask a question, I'll ask you. If you guys have any questions for him, Tommy, Nick?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
My whole thing is like, this is 200 times better the way he approached this situation. I thought the letter that he wrote to Cleveland was awesome. I liked what he said in it. It was from the heart. I know a lot of people are trying to obviously bash LeBron now and say things like he's just doing it because he didn't feel like he was going to be able to win with Miami anymore. This gives him reason if he doesn't win the same amount of titles as Jordan. This gives him a way out. All these kind of, LeBron bashing things. A lot of people are also saying that he did not want Chris Bosh back in Miami, and he felt like he didn't want to be the bad guy and stuff like this, and he started looking at the difference in the rosters, and he honestly looked at it was only between going back to Miami and Cleveland. So I thought it was actually shocking still that he still came back this early. I thought he would finish his career there. So, I mean, did everybody just basically already assume that he was coming back, or was there just so much still not letting yourself get to that mode again where you thought he was going to come back to get let down again? I mean, were you optimistic? Did you let yourself a little room in case you were let down?
Well, for me personally, I thought he was always going to come back, and I didn't actually think he wanted to leave in the first place. Something that a lot of people don't remember is Chris Bosh actually had a sign-and-trade deal ready to go to come to Cleveland to join LeBron James before he left, but Chris Bosh said that he wouldn't come to Cleveland, and if he was going to play with LeBron, it had to be somewhere like New York, Chicago, or Miami. So that was a big indication that I don't think LeBron was ready to leave, and a gentleman like you probably have heard of before is Romeo Travis. He played with LeBron James on St. Vincent St. Mary in high school. And about 2 weeks before the decision was made, he said that he was coming back to Cleveland. I spoke to him at a party, and he said that he was coming to Cleveland. It was a done deal and all that, and just there was a change of heart. So I don't think he ever wanted to leave. So for me personally, I always assumed that he was going to come back. I did not think it'd be this soon. I thought maybe he'd stay another 2 or 3 years. I think we were all really shocked.
Yeah.
And,
How?
to tell you one thing, just wanted to touch on the letter. That was unreal. Like,
Did you cry?
I did not.
Ah, come on.
I gotta be, no crying.
I cried. I had nothing to do with it.
But that's like everything. You know, Cleveland. We don't get a lot of moments like that. You know, and that was an amazing moment for the city to hear all the things that we wanted to hear. And he probably didn't write the letter. Maybe he wrote some of it. But to even have the letter just to be mentioned, it's a good feeling for Cleveland fans, especially ones that I've talked to. And some of the radio hosts have been crying on the air, which was pretty interesting. But,
Are you upset you guys have to take Drake also? The singer Drake?
yeah, I think he's going to be interesting some games. So that should be interesting.
Hey Murph, ask him what the response was to the 2-year contract and the opt out on the first year. The option.
What was your first reaction before? Because it's a good question. My guy Nick on here, he wants to know what was your guys' reaction when you first heard about the contract only being 2 years, 1 year opt before it came out, the real reason why. But what was your first reaction when you first heard it was only for 2 years?
The funniest thing that was a funny story because I was listening to sports radio at the time. And, you know, they're on their glory. You know, they're riding their high horses, and they're attacking Cam Levitard, who's down in Miami, obviously, and just killing him for, you know, all the times that they were killing us and whatnot. And then all of a sudden this contract comes out where it's only going to be 2 years with a player option after one. And for a second there, you could feel the silence. Like, it was like, oh, crap. Like, kind of like something to just bring everybody down, which was kind of funny, but but as soon as Brian Windhorst came out and said, you know, Cleveland fans, do not worry, this has nothing to do with that he may or may not leave, everyone started to feel a little bit more optimistic again. But there's still some people out there, including myself, who would not be surprised to see, you know, I'm not going to say that anything can be ruled out at this point. I think LeBron James is a very, very smart man, and him and Dan Gilbert did not end on good terms, and I think this is amazing for LeBron James to kind of have that pull over Dan Gilbert to say, you know, I'll give you a year. You show me what you can do, and if things aren't going well, then you know what? I'll leave.
But then,
I think this is smart.
But then you know the whole reason. Like Nick, you probably know. Like after reading now, why he did that, right? Everybody knows. Yeah. Now it's all because of the CBA is gonna, you know, be higher and stuff in those years, and it gives them a chance to opt out and then re-sign for even more money.
Yeah, the cap is projected to go from $67 million to $80 million. So obviously the extension that he could sign with the max contract would be, if he signs a 3 or 4 year deal, just going off the top of my head, would be like $27, $28 million, as opposed to 21 or 22, which LeBron makes like every week in off the court things. But
you know what's unheard of is that in his whole entire career in the NBA, he's never been the highest paid player on his team.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I mean, I knew in Cleveland he wasn't, but I couldn't even remember.
When he went to Miami, he wasn't because it was Dwayne Wade, because Dwayne Wade was from Miami, so he got, he was in the organization already, so he got the more money. But yeah, every team he's been on, he's still not the highest paid, because I still think it's Irving right now with that $590, right? 5 years, $90 million.
Well, he's making $18 million a year. Kyrie, and LeBron is at like 22, I think.
Oh, okay.
So
So this is the first year. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he is for sure now. But
Did you already get your tickets? Did you already get tickets to opening night? Come on.
Did not get tickets yet.
What?
No, not yet. And I'll tell you why. Because there's a gentleman that I know that is good friends. There, I got sources myself.
Oh, Jesus Christ! No one has sources.
No,
Nick, do you have a source? Nick has a source from Reno. Nick, what does your source from Reno say?
My source said that unless you're getting paid to report, you have no sources.
Nick said unless you're getting paid to report, you have no sources.
A good buddy I work with is buddy with Kyrie, and supposedly we're getting free tickets. So I'm waiting to see what's going on.
Oh,
with that.
nice.
But if that doesn't come true with like a month or 2 weeks before, where he's like, "Oh, I'm getting a ticket, I promise," then I'll definitely be going down there and scalping or do what I got to do to get inside.
Dude, that is so awesome. I'm actually, honestly, I feel that this is the first time. I don't know how Tommy and Nick feel. I'll ask them first, and then this is the first time that I feel like the NBA is, the most competitive, where there's not a clear cut. I know that they're favored in the East. They have to be. It's LeBron James, and Spurs and Thunder are 1-2 in the West. But this is the first time that I feel like in 5 years at least that the NBA has been like everybody is on the same playing level. Like the Bulls, if you have Rose healthy, and we'll see. Okay, this is my thing. If Derrick Rose, and big if Derrick Rose is healthy, with having Paul Gasol and having Noah and that team with Taj Gibson and stuff, if that team is healthy, I feel like they almost have to be maybe at the same level as Cleveland. I know Cleveland's going to be favored, and if they do get Kevin Love somehow, I can't see anybody
giving up Wiggins, dude.
What's that, Nick?
They're not getting him without giving up Wiggins.
See, that's the thing, is the whole Wiggins thing. Nick said something. He doesn't believe that they're going to be able to get Love without Wiggins, and that's the big thing is right now. And I would pull that yesterday, because you're talking about Kevin Love, who's 25, who you would be taking a chance because you don't know his contract's up after this year. You don't know he's going to resign, but you'd be stupid not to resign with someone like LeBron James. It's the perfect fit. He's going to give you the ball. He's 25 years old. He gets you automatically 20 and 12, and then Wiggins. You don't know what you have with Wiggins yet, obviously. He's raw. He can jump out of the gym. But, even at his best, you're still going to be putting up Kevin Love numbers, and you're going to take – Kevin Love's not 30. He's 25. He's still not even in his prime yet. So I would pull that. How you feel, Justin, being in Cleveland? Would you pull Wiggins for Kevin Love right now?
I would. I know there's a lot of people that would not, but I definitely can tell you that a lot of times, like, there was a huge thing going on where they were like, Love is coming to Cleveland contingent on LeBron coming, and I really thought that it would have happened a lot sooner. I think I tweeted you at, like, Kevin Love will be here by the end of the weekend, and obviously that didn't happen.
Well, the coach basically, your guys' coach basically said that Wiggins is not going anywhere.
Yeah, and everyone's been saying that. Like, Dan Gilbert, even I think at some point, it came out like we're cat sources, everyone's saying Wiggins is untouchable. What I think they're trying to do, though, and there was a deal the other day that was actually offered, but I think it was rejected instantly, is they're trying to do a 13 deal, try to find somebody to I think the deal was Dion Waiters, Anthony Bennett are going to go to Dion Waiters, Anthony Bennett, and Tristan Thompson. We're going to go to Minnesota.
Wow.
And Klay Thompson will go to Minnesota, and then our 3 first-round picks would go to Golden State, and then we would get Love, like something like that.
I can't see Golden State giving up Klay Thompson just for 3 first-round, especially that Cleveland has LeBron James, and they're not going to be lottery picks ever again.
Yeah, I think they have the Heat top 10 picks for next year. They have a predicted top 10 pick for the Heat, but now the Heat are maybe not going to be as bad with the picks with the signings they've gotten, but they're still trying to do a 3-team deal, but I don't see Wiggins going anywhere. I don't think they would keep coming out saying, like, Wiggins is untouchable, and then if they turn around the next day and do it, they would look pretty foolish. So.
All right, dude. Well, I appreciate you calling in. I love getting a Cleveland, Ohio's perspective of the whole thing. I'm glad you joined me. I know it's late for you there. It's, 11, 12 o'clock. Get a webcam, get a mic, get a headset, Justin, so you can come on here live, like in person.
Absolutely.
All right, dude. Thank you so much, dude.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good night, buddy.
You too.
All right, man.
Bye-bye. Bye.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I know it's ghetto because it's you guys he couldn't hear you, but I mean
It's
it's kind of cool to get a perspective from that city because obviously it's chaos there. It's
Oh, I'm sure.
best basketball player.
Windhorst was pretty good on Levitard today, just in what he was saying. First thing he said was, no matter if he stayed in Miami or if he'd gone to Cleveland, LeBron was going to do a year-to-year deal until that new CBA. So even if he was staying in Miami, he was going to do it because they're figuring that when that new CBA comes up, he's going to sign one of those Jordan deals where it's like $35 million a year.
Jesus.
Me and Tommy were talking about it today. How funny is it right now that we were talking that the Los Angeles Lakers are not going to be a factor in this league for the next whatever years, Nick?
Yeah.
Carmelo didn't want to go there. LeBron.
Kobe is gonna spend his last 2 or 3 good years.
And he's getting paid. He's getting paid like you were talking about. That's what made me think about it. Is like you're talking about how much he's getting paid. Kobe's getting the $30 million right now, and no one wanted to play with him. Kyrie Irving didn't want to go there.
Too, the other thing they said too is that option on the first year is strictly to keep Dan Gilbert in check. It's basically it's hit LeBron's way of saying, "Hey man, treat me nice, treat me well, surround me with good talent, or I'm out."
If he doesn't, he's a moron.
Right.
I mean, you don't sign LeBron and don't try and get the team better around him. They're gonna be pretty good as it is, but without trying to make it better each year, when you have his level of talent to run the team, basically, that'd be stupid to not do that.
Well, the other thing they were talking about is that this may have been, there might have been some honesty in that letter, but this was also a public relations move that just showed that he has complete control of this league and what he wants to do, And
Yep.
I mean, it's brilliant. I mean, it's not a negative. He's brilliantly executing his strategy for this thing. I mean, he repaired his image. He's back in the good graces of the fans and many fans that were outside of Cleveland that were hating on him. But he is basically, he is the coach of whatever team he plays on.
Now, do you guys feel
Eric Spoelstra is about to be exposed?
Yeah.
Now, do you feel, touching on what you just said, Nick? Do you really feel that this basically took?
Did you send me another call?
Did I what?
I don't know. Did you hit?
No, that was nobody. That's not my phone. I'm on mute.
No,
No, it was the Google thing.
Oh yeah, I sent Trent. Whatchamacallit? Trent wanted to come on later. Do you think that this obviously took LeBron James out of the everybody hates me, everybody hates LeBron James, and made him a good guy again outside of Cleveland?
I think so. I mean, dude, it was hard to not. So I read that thing a few times. It's hard not to like a dude that makes that decision. The interesting thing about it, another thing they were talking about today was how did he go from the guy that said I should be on Mount Rushmore to this guy, now where he's just like, what, I just want to go home and win one for my hair, because you can't, it's going to take a couple more championships to be on Mount Rushmore. In some ways, he did make it easy on himself. There's no expectation, anymore.
That's how I kind of feel. Like I did kind of feel like now with him going back to Cleveland, he doesn't have the pressure where he feels like he has to get 4. He's to the point right now where he wins 1 for Cleveland, he's going to look like God there, obviously, and it's going to look like maybe like winning 4 if he can take Cleveland. They've never won anything.
Yeah.
So,
well, here's the thing, dude. People just don't know what to think about this guy because he's a genuine good human being. The guy, guy's a great family man. He never. Yep. I don't think the guy drinks. He doesn't do anything bad. The guy's just, he's a good person. Honestly, in this world that we live in now, if Jordan would have been operating,
oh God,
in this world, I mean, his gambling would have been exposed.
Oh my God, you're
His
right. If
adultery.
Jordan had social media during his time, it would have been just the
It would
same.
have ruined his career.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have ruined his career, Tommy. It just would have been more
I guarantee
people hating on Jordan.
He would be
Well,
nowhere near the guy. He wouldn't have the fame that he has today.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be put up on that pedestal that he could do no wrong.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it would be totally different. And here's the other thing: if there is any legs to that whole theory that he had to retire because of the gambling with TMZ and all that crap, that would have been
Oh,
exposed.
dude, no.
I mean, it would have been.
Tommy, you know the rumor, right? Why he took the 2 years off to go play baseball? Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, David Stern was not going to suspend or kick Jordan out of the league, so that was that's the little
He
conspiracy
got his
theory.
dad killed, dude.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
he might have got into some debt with the wrong folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because they supposedly said those 2 guys were just random kids that were just walking or whatever. They didn't know it was Jordan's dad. But that's here and there. But, if Jordan had social media around him, I agree with you guys. It would have been, if not worse, the same just crazy Jordan, you suck, Jordan hate, and all this kind of stuff.
Well,
obviously, there were some people who hated Jordan, but you had no way of really exposing that.
Well, and people, people will suggest that he doesn't have that killer instinct like Jordan or Kobe. But the fact of the matter is Jordan or Kobe never cared about what their teammates were doing. They didn't care about what the welfare of their
That's true.
their teammates. This guy genuinely, makes everybody around him better and cares about what they do. It's
the year that he took Cleveland to the finals. Who was on that team other than Shaq? But Shaq was in the worst part of his career.
The first year, okay, here, let me bring
Nobody else has ever made their teammates better as much as he does.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He obviously,
he's willing to share the fame, and that's the thing that those other guys would never do.
Yep.
I mean, they're the focal point, and he doesn't care about that.
Yep.
I think perspective will be found with how good he is and how fundamentally sound of a player he was.
Okay.
When he's gone.
The roster,
kind of like Jeter.
When they got swept in the 2007 NBA Finals, they got destroyed.
Big Z, Larry Hughes, Anderson Varejao, Eric Snow.
Rosters. Okay. Oh, God. For Cleveland, you had Shannon Brown, you had Daniel Gibson, Drew Gooden, Larry Hughes, Ilgauskas, of course, LeBron James, Damon Jones, Dwayne Jones, everybody named Jones, Donyell Marshall, Newbie, Palkovic, Scott Pollard was on that team, Eric Snow, Varejo, who was very young Varejo, and David Wesley.
Dude, I mean, that's crazy.
I mean, yeah.
That is a motley crew, dude. I mean, that's...
Ilgauskas is the only person I'll give somewhat credit to on any kind of skills that I would take off that roster.
He's still not like...
Varejo was real young.
Ilgauskas was never one of the best centers in the game. He was solid.
He was good. He was a solid center.
He was solid for sure. But you wouldn't say, well, he's on the level of one of the superstars.
No, but he was one of the top. I mean, centers are so because.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is
I know what you're saying.
He went there,
he wasn't a superstar.
He had nobody that
LeBron
was
James was
anywhere
by
near
himself.
it.
I'm just saying personally, out of that roster, Ilgauskas is the only player that I would take besides LeBron James off that Cleveland roster. If I was Varejo, yes, too, but like I said, he was like a rookie, real young, so yeah. But that was a discussion roster, and that's the reason why he left. Was stuff like that. Like the roster was not getting better. He was by himself, and now things are changing. He's coming to a way better situation. Kyrie Irving is the real deal. Kyrie Irving's going to only get better with LeBron James. I mean, how are you not going to? But
you can kind of, I mean, to looking at it as like the Kings thing. If the ownership wouldn't have changed, I don't think Cousins would have stayed.
No, I agree with that. I don't think that he would have either.
There was nothing going on around him that gave him any reason to think it was going to get better.
Yeah,
you want to go that path?
Cash in on his first big deal though with the Kings.
No doubt, that's true. But he would have gotten paid. he would have gotten paid a lot somewhere else too,
He
though,
would
because
have,
he
but
is
they
that
could
good.
offer him the most money.
True.
He's a lazy guy just in general. I mean, I know that the house he rents, I know the owner.
Mhm.
when he went in there to look at the house, he paid him an extra 20 grand just to buy all of their furniture because he didn't want to have to decorate it.
That's awesome.
Pretty bad.
But he just said, "How much do you want? I'll give you another 20 grand for all of your furniture." And they were like, "Okay."
All right.
What do you now? Okay,
Jesus.
Tommy, I'll ask you first.
Okay.
How do you like the Kings roster right now? Honestly,
They're not gonna be much better than they were last year if they're better at all.
over under 25 wins
I'd say it.
I'm gonna go over.
because
But
they've won
not by a
28 the
lot.
last 2 years, 28 and 28.
I would guess right about 30.
I think they beat the 28 just because I think they're getting older.
Mhm.
Now, how do you like IT leaving in general, and then how do you like the fact that we basically got nothing for him in return except for an exception
And some crappy other guy.
and another
Yeah,
power forward?
I don't like it. I liked Isaiah. I thought he was one of the favorites on the team,
Yeah.
and I think that he brought people in too. I don't think that him leaving is really going to change the amount of people that go to the games, but I liked the excitement that he brought to the game, and I think that without him, they're gonna struggle to score a little bit, at least for a little while.
Here's my thing. I mean, I think I'm one of the few people that I was never really a huge Isaiah fan. I mean, here's the thing. I think he puts up a lot of points. He's a scoring point guard, which is really common in the league now. But honestly, in the way the games are called now, the 6 assists, I'm not all that excited by 6 assists. There's a lot of guards in the league and get 6 assists, and because of the player he is, and because he's so aggressive offensively, when he drives, he's always going to have guys open. I mean,
True.
And if he's got somebody to knock it down, those assists are going to rack up. I think that if you want Rudy Gay and DeMarcus Cousins to be the focal point of your scoring, then you had to have a more traditional guard.
True.
And somebody who's a distributor first. And so Collison might not be the ultimate player that's going to fill that position, but he fills it for now. And I mean, look, what was out there? Sean Livingston, or Darren Collison. I mean, look, I don't know what Darren Collison, man, with the Hornets and the Pacers when he got to do some starting. I mean, he had some good games, man. I mean, and put up some points. So
I thought when they got Darren Collison, I thought honestly it was like a protection for potential. I knew IT was gone. I knew he was gone. I thought, is he going to go to Boston for Rondo? Is Collison a protection in case Rondo gets knee blown out? Is IT going to Detroit? Are we going to get Josh Smith back? Or not back, but Josh Smith? There was just all these rumors going around about what we're going to do. And if they knew IT wasn't in the future, we should have traded him and got better assets.
Got something.
Or done something different with him. He only got paid $500,000 more than what we paid for Collison. And I feel like if that was the case where we basically just let him walk, we got an exception where I think we can turn around and use it for – I forgot I can look it up later. But I just feel like IT was more valuable as an asset to get something in return. Like Phoenix Suns have like 13 point guards on their team, and we couldn't get one. I knew Dragic wasn't going to be touched. They still have Enos, which is a young kid who I would have at least took him too. But Bledsoe, I think that there's some way, yeah. So I don't know, dude. That's what pissed me off the most. It's not like I'm on board with Nick. I like IT. I feel like he has some skill set, but I feel like he's a glorified Bobby Jackson 2.0. He's a good guy off the bench, come off the bench and scored 20 points. But as a starter, yeah, he was a score-first point guard, which is there's not many point guards now that are like Chris Paul, who want to distribute, who want to get other players in the game, and who can score when he wants to. I think my whole frustration is like the way I look at the roster right now. Collison's been on this is his 5th team. He's had some kind of injuries. He's never really given a chance to start. He showed some great signs with Chris Paul being injured when he was with the Clippers. It just, to me, I really feel like if they knew IT was not in their plans in the future, they should have traded him last year. We could have got Dragic for him last year. There were just so many things that I wish we could have. We could have got this. I know it sucks, and that's what sucks is we could have got whatchamacallit from Portland. Lillard could have been our starting point guard right now, but we passed him up to get, Jimmer.
Or no,
that was the year. You're right. That was the year that we got what's his name from
Kansas, Thomas.
Robinson.
Yeah.
So just in general, that was my only thing. I'm not mad that IT left.
That's a Petrie pick.
Yeah, that was a Petrie. I'm out. This is my last move. I'm done.
But dude, I mean, Petrie never had a good record of draft picks, really. I mean, he was more about the acquisition. I mean, but I think, here's the thing. I still can't for the life of me how the Pacers could. I mean, even if he was hurt. How do you pick George Hill over Darren Collison? I mean, come on.
Yeah, well,
how much better would if he's healthy? How much better is the Pacers' offense with Flo if they've got Darren Collison?
Well,
but I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Is that more of an indictment on Collison? Did they cut him because they didn't think he was better, or just because he had too many injuries?
Exactly what you're saying is what I've been going through back and forth. There's some reason why this guy's been on his fifth team. I understand that he's got some kind of skill sets that people want, but why did the Pacers give up on him? Why did the Clippers basically didn't fight for him for a little mid-level exception?
I don't know.
But, I mean, to me it's frustrating right now because I'm looking at a roster, and he's our starting point guard, and Ray McCallum is our backup, who Ray McCallum could have been a lottery pick if he didn't go and play for his dad in Detroit. He has the skills to gone to a Division 1A, like a North Carolina Duke school if he wanted to, but he played with his dad. He fell in the draft. We got him luckily in the second. He had some good, games last year, but I don't feel safe for him right now being a backup point guard right now.
You know what? I actually think Ray McCallum is in a good position, man, because I think that this buys him another year, because I don't ultimately think that they think that Collison is the true point guard of the future. So I think it buys him another year. If he goes out there and puts up 15 points and 7 assists, then Ray McCallum could, a couple, if there's a stretch where he gets to do that, I think then he's going to convince them that he could be. The one I'm not sold in is Ben McLemore, dude. I'm sorry. I'm so underwhelmed with Ben McLemore.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched that summer game. That guy doesn't look like he's improved at all. It looks like Tyreek Evans all over. You got one thing, you got what you had the first year, and it never got any better, and it probably is not going to. It's pretty much that's what you have.
He had a decent game today.
Yeah, he had 18 points. But have you noticed when he looks? It's probably gonna do that phone call again, guys. Did you notice that when he looks good is when he starts driving more, Nick? Oh my God, I dropped my mic. But didn't it look
Sexual chocolate?
Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
Richie Watson.
Rather Watson. That boy's good. Good, terrible. Have you noticed he looks best when he actually goes to the hole and gets easy points that way and drives instead of falling in love with his jump shot, which he got compared to looking like Jesus Shuttlesworth / Ray Allen, and now his shot just looks broke.
Well, I just don't understand how he ever got touted as this guy who could shoot from behind the arc, because all I see him doing is clank. It's just I just got a feeling that Nick Stauskas is going to pass him right up, because
I like the way that guy looks. Oh, he's got a great shot. He's got handles. He can play a little point guard, they supposedly said. Yeah. So I'm intrigued with that, but
yeah, I just think honestly I'd be trying to trade Ben McLemore right now, before it gets
exactly.
He still package him in with 4 power forwards.
Yeah,
right.
Jason Thompson, and Ben McLemore for something.
See, the thing is, JT can actually go to a competitive team right now and be a factor. I don't know. No one's going to take his money, obviously, but I'm saying I can picture JT on a competitive team and come off the bench and fill in and back up. I can picture him perfectly on a Spurs team. Anybody can feel good on the Spurs. But
I don't. I think JT is good too, but I think he's hit his ceiling. I think you know what you got with him. And that's,
I don't think
you got a guy
he's a
that
start.
can
He's not a
give
starter.
you. No, I think if he's a starter, he's a 10-8 guy. Nothing like spectacular.
Yep.
But I mean, look, he's got a long career in the NBA. He's got skills that
Mhm.
will allow him to play. But I mean, it's just another year where the roster doesn't seem to be anything to get excited about. Cousins.
The
We got
only
Cousins, who's probably the best center in the league. However, is still in that maturation process mentally, and it's just like, good
So
lord.
my thing is what you were saying with the Ben McLemore, Nick, is I totally agree. He would be on my trading block right now, and obviously there's no way that Rudy Gay was turning down $20 million to not come back.
Right.
My thing is I don't see Rudy Gay signing that last contract to finish his career in a Kings uniform. So he's almost something.
Don't be surprised if he's on the block halfway through the season.
That's what I'm saying right now. You can get something for him because he's got an expiring contract. He's got a skill set that some team, a late playoff rush, team. He's not going to re-sign here. So that's another player that you should think about putting on that trading block, and don't wait until the last minute to try to get something for him. My fear is I hope that they don't go all next year and thinking we have a good chance of signing Rudy Gay. We're going to send a bunch of fans to the airport. He's going to come back. Of course we sent a bunch of fans to the airport. He was going to re-sign with the Kings for $20 million.
Who goes out to the airport, by the way? Who are those people? Like, I mean, do you really have that little going on in your life? Well, and are you that, like, do these people have the blinders on so much so that they think that this guy's going to be here for the long haul? Like, I mean, man,
some people have this, they just kind of have that feeling, I guess. They feel if they do the airport thing, if they go and do that kind of stuff, there's a good chance that he will stay, and that was their thing. But I don't think they realized that he was not going to turn down $20 million.
Well, here's the other thing too. Like, this is why. I mean, I know, Murph. I know you like calling into KC. I can't listen to that station, dude. I literally can't.
Yeah.
Like, the level of
you're not going to hurt my feelings. Go. I want to hear
the
it.
level of knowledge in sports in our town is bewildering. Like, I mean, we are the epitome of local radio. I mean, where
I only listen to one show, and that's 12 to 3, and that's the Deuce and J. Ross show. Grant is wearing on me. He yells at people. He's like senile now to me. The morning show, I can't even bother. I don't even try with that show. And then the Rise guys are coming back, right?
I know. I almost punched my radio the other day when I heard that. I was like, how those dicks? I don't even know how they've had a show as long as they've had.
They're going to 1320, I guess, starting the 20th of July.
I literally now, dude, I've gone to I have CBS radio and I have ESPN radio on my phone, and I stream it through my Bluetooth because I can't do it, man. One, it's the callers. Two, it's the D-rated host that they want to put on our station. It's like, goddamn, man. I mean, and they're like, that at least Rome's on back for 3 hours. But I mean, when they took him off just to put local stuff on for another hour, and I remember I'm like, who's programming this? Like, who thinks that this is a good idea? Like,
a lot of people that I talk to on Twitter and stuff like that, they really, you're not alone. A lot of people still do not like our coverage of how they're handling, like, the coverage of certain teams and all this kind of stuff, and it's supposed to be all sports, and that's the reason why they got rid of Don Geronimo, and it just seems like you're right. A lot of people are feeling the same way. Like, we're supposed to be getting coverage of, top-notch whatever reporters or radio personalities, and we're not getting it, I guess.
Well,
so you're not alone on that.
I mean, here's the thing. We got a basketball team that's putting out a losing product. I mean, people would have been enticed to come back in the day when we were, in the Pacific, region championship. I mean, winning our conference and in the Western Finals. People wanted to come here, right? They wanted to cover that team. We have a shitty product. We don't have a baseball team, I mean, and so, why would somebody want to come here? You want to come where you've got at least two professional teams on. I mean, to have the Kings be your only topic, That's some tough sledding for a radio host, man.
Let me ask you real fast, since you guys are obviously Giants fans, we cut off that real fast. How do you guys feel about your little River Cats going to be now your Giants affiliation?
I'm stoked.
Is that for sure yet?
Yeah, basically they said it's basically a done deal.
So the A's will go to Nashville. The Milwaukee will send.
Yeah, Nick Reinhardt. Very nice.
No, Harvey.
How do I turn the volume up?
It's loud as hell, Trent.
Oh my God.
Hey, very nice. Tommy, what's up?
You're walking. You're going to make me sick.
Trent.
This is like freaking Blair Witch.
Like,
Do me a favor, Trent. Look behind your shoulder and start screaming and running.
Yeah, right.
Let's do this.
We are. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Trent, welcome, sir. You got Nick and Tommy handy.
I know. Very nice. Good to see you, gentlemen.
We're
likewise,
just talking about the Kings right now, buddy. How you been?
Pretty good. Pretty well. Can't complain.
How's life, Trent?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
everything's good. Can't complain.
1 kid, 2 kid. How many kids?
I got one.
Just one, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
One,
Yeah.
He's 3 next week.
Oh man, yeah, that's a
Tommy.
good age.
Tommy wants to know if it's yours.
I haven't done the test yet,
The last time you checked.
but it looks like me, so.
There you go.
Tommy doesn't
I
have
love
any.
I love how I get thrown in on that.
Well, you don't talk. Say something.
I was listening. Trent was talking. I'm not just going to cut him off.
Yeah, you do that. Trent, how do you feel, real fast, now you're on here, how do you feel about the way the Kings, of their off-season and everything?
I like it. I mean, I think Stauskas going to be decent. You know, I mean, we're still, like, I got all pumped up watching that first, what's up, buddy? First D-League game, you know, and, you know, the first half, and I was all stoked, you know, and then the Spurs just destroyed us the second half, and I was like, dude, and we're playing, like, 3 starters, you know, it's like, can't get too stoked about it, you know.
What,
And we're
Nick?
playing all scrubs.
I'm just laughing. I mean, that's what it's come down to, right? Our starters have to come down to the summer league and play, you know,
Right.
to get some reps, you know. And meanwhile, these guys are, meanwhile they're sending the B squad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And we're still getting
I mean, they're sending in scrubs.
But I mean, how do you feel about the way IT left, and the fact that we basically got nothing for him?
I mean, it's like Tyreek Evans all over again, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, I mean, we'll see what Collison can bring, you know? It's just
But are you
what
confident for him to be your starting point guard?
No. But, I mean, hey, we'll give it a try. I mean, hey, he was a stud last year, you know? I mean, when Paul was out, you know, he did great.
The good news is we haven't signed John Salmons yet.
No, don't even do it. I think he's re-signed. I think Atlanta dropped him.
They just waived him.
New Orleans is signing him. The Pelicans.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, what a great career that guy's had, dude. People just pick him up for his expiring contract. Like, I mean, that guy's got the greatest job in the world.
Yeah, he's got paid.
Yeah, he's got paid.
He's not good.
No.
He's not good.
Oh,
Trent, what was your reaction when LeBron James said he was going back to Cleveland? Were you crazy?
I thought it's smart, man. All those guys staying in the East, it's like, I mean, it's just smart because the East is so garbage. Even if you don't have 3 guys, you know, it's going to be, I mean, you're going to make it to the playoffs, you know.
Yeah.
We went over the old roster that we made it to the finals with. I mean, it's already a better team.
Dude, we looked at his 2007 roster when he played the Spurs, and basically, Ilgauskas was the only other player that I recognized.
Dude, you don't even realize how bad it was until you started naming it off. Like, it was amazing.
Dude, there were so many bad players on that team, it was just stupid. It was like he had like 7 guys named Jones, like Damon, Eddie, I don't know, Tommy Jones.
He had Shannon Brown on there. Like,
Shannon
Brown was like the 6th man on like the Jazz teams, you know.
Larry Hughes was his starting point guard, and Eric Snow came off the bench. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's smart for all of them to stay, though, you know, because, I mean, the Knicks will probably make the playoffs again next year, you know what I mean? It's like...
Oh,
all gonna miss
Miami
playoffs.
Miami will make the playoffs. I mean,
Miami will make the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I got somebody that wants to say hi real quick.
Oh.
Go ahead, buddy.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at now. You can tell this is Tommy's kid. Look at this kid. Talk, Tommy.
Look in the. You gotta look. Come over closer so you can see yourself down there.
Look at how identical that is. See, one of my kids looks like Trent. Where's mine?
Nah.
All right, he's going to bed, so I'll be right back.
All right. But okay, so Trent, you're an Ace fan still, right?
still.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So now, are you excited with? I mean, were you shocked when we actually pulled the trigger and actually got rid of, which we normally not do, is get rid of our best prospects to take a chance on a 1-year run, and got Samardzija?
Well, it's a 2-year run because Samardzija, we got him for another year. But
Oh, is he 2? Oh, I thought he was only this year.
no, he's got 2 years. The other
Oh,
guy,
nice.
Hamill.
Oh,
only has
Hamill's
1
got
year
one.
left.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, you don't care about Hamill.
Yeah, no, that was just a plus.
He's just
Yeah.
filling. He's just filling a spot in the rotation right now.
It was
I honestly
cool that,
thought Samardzija was going to go to the Giants or something like that. I was shocked when I just was like, the A's got Samardzija. I was like, that's bullshit.
Hey, real quick, guys, if you don't mind. Hey,
Yeah.
say hi, buddy.
Hi.
Come on, look at this shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
That's right. Say hi.
Dude, you're so big.
That's Murph and Nick.
What's up, dude?
Hey, buddy. Wow, you got like a whole crew in your
Yeah, are those all your kids?
They are.
your whole family.
Is
Say
that
hi,
all
ladies.
Ladies.
Oh, there's a bunch of ladies.
I didn't know you had that many kids.
Wow, lady. Hi, Murph.
All right.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Nick.
We all play baseball together.
I met Murph.
No, no.
Yeah.
Nick Reinhardt. His dad was my coach
I'm Brady. He
in
said hi, I'm
high
Brady.
school. Or-
Dude,
Little
Trent
League,
and
too.
Harvey, that reminds me, you had the worst slide into second base I've ever seen.
That's funny.
That was worse than Sean Livingston's
Do you
knee
still
going
have that
out.
video or what?
Yes, I have that video.
Love you.
Later, guys.
Bye.
That was the worst.
How great was that slide that Korean baseball player had? Where did you see that one on Facebook and all those?
No,
Those
what
were
is it?
That was amazing. Dude,
What is it?
YouTube the Korean baseball player slide, and it's unbelievable, dude. The guy gets like literally up onto his chin, sliding into third base.
That's about what I did in that video, Mark.
Dude,
Oh, dude,
yeah.
this is like nothing you've ever seen. It's unbelievable.
You might have been there, actually, Nick. That was All-Stars, like, when
I'm
we
sure
were
I
in
was, dude.
freshman year or something. You were probably there for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. Was that what?
Crazy
Great,
player in
great.
Korea slides into home place with batter swinging.
No, I don't think so. It was in a third base.
Oh, was
Look
it
up-
third?
Yeah,
Okay.
Joey posted it, dude. Look at Joey's feed, and you'll find it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, what would it? Oh, Pacquiao and I were reminiscing about the. Oh, I know why. Because he saw Carl. You remember Carl, the
Oh my
Mike
God,
Benny
yeah.
and Carl?
Yeah.
He
yeah.
saw
Where do you
Carl
see him?
somewhere in Folsom. He's still living at that same house, but
Oh, is he?
yeah, he's coaching his son now. And,
Oh, really?
and we were reminiscing about that 13-year-old All-Star team. And remember that game where the lights went out with Roseville West,
Yeah.
and we were
Yeah.
way out
I think
there?
I was pitching that game.
Yeah. God, how did we lose
Oh,
those guys
I can't
twice, man?
Dude,
Didn't
how
we
did
lose them? Didn't we lose them twice to lose it because we beat them in that game and then they came back and beat us twice?
I think if I remember correctly, yeah. I feel like they beat us twice, and yeah, we only had to beat them once.
That team was dope, man. We were loaded.
Yeah.
Is it amazing runs, slides, and jumps over back? No, that's the catcher again. What the fuck?
Let me see if I can find it.
Is it on his Facebook? I'll look on Facebook.
It's on his Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
What are you looking
man.
at?
Nick was talking about
See that?
when
What are we looking at?
Joey posted
There's a-
about the Korean that slid.
Slid into third base, and it's like the guy literally goes up
Oh,
on
okay.
his chin, and his legs literally fly up. Dude, it's crazy. I didn't even know this was physically possible. Like, I mean, this guy literally dug his chin into the ground, dude. It was.
Do you remember
Do
how
you-
far back it was?
Weren't you
It was
playing
like
Midnight
last week.
Madness when Brett did it?
Uh,
But don't
No, we
you
were
remember
talking
when
about-
Brett did it?
I don't know if I was.
I think
though.
you were
I don't think-
there.
Midnight
Dude,
Madness.
I hate that tournament, dude. That
Murph, you
tournament.
were there. I know that.
Oh,
that's horrible.
well, no, I remember when he blew his knee out at first
No,
base.
remember he was rounding first base and was going to go to second or whatever, and he'd been up all night drinking vodka.
Oh, well, there's a
And
surprise.
he tripped or whatever and never put his hands down, just landed flat on his face, and his legs came back over his head. It was impressive.
Trent, do you miss baseball?
Yeah, of course.
It's never gonna be the same.
Yeah, man, I don't-
Dude, Nick doesn't even play softball anymore, dude. I don't even.
No, I'm playing Wednesday nights. That's it.
Oh, are
Just
you
one.
now?
Yeah,
Nice.
I overdid it, man. Too many
Yeah.
tournaments.
Okay.
My wife said
That
no,
was-
no more.
Chris was talking about getting the team back together on a Wednesday night, but
Well, he already started this
never
morning.
actually. I know he never actually.
I know.
talked to
I'm playing
everybody.
with his team out there right now, but I'm gonna go play up in the upper division next
Nice.
fall with Cuevas.
So, Trent, anything sports related that's been like? Did you watch the home run derby tonight? Are you gonna watch the All Star tomorrow?
No, I missed it. I was making dinner for everyone. We had some people over, and I was making dinner, so I only got to catch the first part of it. Up until Donaldson and Cespedes, the showdown or whatever. So who won?
Cespedes.
Cespedes.
Did
Todd Frazier made it from in the semifinals. He hit one home run, and Stanton, after putting on the show the first round, hit 0.
Oh shit!
Trent, have you ever been onto the JOAD?
What?
Have you ever been on a
Oh,
JOAD? Do you know what they are?
No.
Okay, these are JOADs. These are people who went into Craigslist, and I'll just read it for you. Okay, like this guy right in here. I'm looking for a
Dirty
JO
bastard.
bud with a twist. He's 59 years old, Trent. He's a retired male looking for a discreet bud to meet regularly for a JO.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, straight guys only, no gay stuff. He
Wait,
wants you to be
I'm gonna
hairy.
put my screen on Tommy so that I don't have to look at that.
Tommy, JO on rails. Okay, this guy.
I've heard it. I know.
Yeah, he's looking for a 25 to 70-year-old guy, Trent. To come
25
over.
to 70. That's
He
quite a
wants you-
range.
He wants you to JO, and then in his model train room, Trent, and then just mutual touching.
Wait,
And
these guys are claiming to be
Seems like
straight.
That's a nice train room.
I mean, these guys are
It's not some of the other train rooms I've seen. I'll be honest.
But Trent, have you ever done this though? After you guys are done JOing, have you ever done this? After you're finished, you can stomp around and kick the trains and buildings like a monster. Don't break though; they're his sons.
Yeah, dude. What's wrong with these people?
It's fucking disgusting.
This is my favorite.
What are
I've
you
almost-
googling on the internet, bro?
Oh, just this stuff. It's simple.
Dude, if the FBI ever, if the NSA looks at your
thing about
computer,
this,
you're in
bro?
trouble.
Wow, how can they look at this, Nick? I get like 5
They're
viewers.
always
There's-
watching, bro.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm gonna grab my cocktail for this.
yeah. Well, okay. I thought you were already drunk, so I thought you can relate to this.
Well,
Listen,
I am.
listen.
You can
Trent, this
relate
one's my
to it?
favorite. Charge up and JO, okay? The crystal I wear around my neck contains an essence that gets recharged when I jack it with a bro who has also a crystal. It gives me confidence at work, home, social situations, etc. Nobody knows it's a JO crystal but me and my bros. I have seen it glow white while jerking it with the bud. That's how I know it's real. I mean, stuff like this is fun. Like, look, you can do Michael Jackson stuff.
What sounds fun about that?
It's just nothing. I'm just
Okay.
gonna get off into
I just wanted to make sure.
yeah.
Where do you even hear or find out about these? Because
Just,
I
you know,
could have
No,
gone the
that
rest
would
of
be
my
Mr.
life.
Senegalia.
Do you know? Do you know like when you're like just kind of like you're looking for jobs and you come across that? So you're
Yeah,
already secure with your job, Nick. I was looking for jobs and accidentally came across that.
See, I could have gone the rest of my life and never known those existed, and I've been perfectly okay.
Then I apologize.
And now my faith in society has just diminished a little bit more. Now that there's some sick a-holes out there,
Yeah.
especially the guy who wants to jerk off around his son's trains.
Mhm.
But not just that though. When you're done, you act like Godzilla and you kick him and punch him and whatever like that.
There was one of the guys wants to make a special barbecue sauce.
Oh, that one's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, and these guys are saying they're not. You know, it's like a guy saying
not.
I'm bisexual. It's like a guy says I'm bisexual. It's like, no, I'm sorry, dude. If you're sucking dick, you're gay.
You're gay.
Like,
Yeah.
But lips are lips.
yeah,
They're not
yeah.
sucking, are they? They're just jerking off.
Yeah, see? Exactly. It's not gay.
But
Yeah. See, Trent gets it.
but the fact is they're turned on
Thank
by
you,
this.
Mom.
They're turned on by this. That means they're gay.
No, you're not understanding, Nick.
Well,
They're
okay,
just
what about
lonely.
the guy that said the mutual touching?
You know, you see? Yeah.
They're lonely.
Mutual touching is definitely gay.
Yeah.
Hold
Oh,
on.
man.
I don't think it is. I think Trent's on to something. I don't think it's that gay.
Okay, well, you and Trent can hang out and do it then. I'm gonna pass.
After that now. Don't get all crazy. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find some. Tommy, ask Trent a question. That you know, come on. You never ask questions. Go for it.
Okay. Well, I can ask Nick because Nick's I know
Okay.
Trent's not a Giants fan.
Yeah, go baseball real
as
fast.
much as.
Were you
Yeah,
guys?
I live in the South Bay, so I hear about the Giants all the time. So I'd love to counteract
There we
the Giantism.
Okay. Well, I was just about the
Giant.
how exciting was it for the 2 Grand Slams, the first battery to hit Grand Slams. That was kind of cool.
I mean,
And Bad Bum's
in terms of
second of the
historical
season.
value, I mean, it's cool, and it's cool that Madison Bumgarner is the first guy to hit 2 Grand Slams in a season. But I mean, at this point, I mean,
It's not
got
a
a lot
huge
more to
deal.
worry
I know
about.
that, but
no,
I mean, it was
more exciting.
exciting for the time.
Who? Do you guys know who Gerard Brady is? Do you know that, Nick?
Would you guys
No.
rather have Madison Bumgarner or Don Robinson hit? Remember Don Robinson, old school, 88, 89?
Check
right?
this out. So
Dude,
this
he
is a
hit for fools.
crazy stat. So do you know that Tim Hudson has more records for
Yep.
hitting at Auburn than he does pitching? Like, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Like,
And
Yeah.
over
how
who's
sick of an
the
athlete
who's
are you?
who was the hitter that went to Auburn that was really good? Hudson holds the records over whoever that was.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember who
they
it was
said-
though. It was somebody good. Ah,
Yeah. Big Daddy Don Robinson, dude. God,
I got a picture with
Flashback.
that guy when I was little.
yeah. All of a sudden I started
Went
having
to-
flashbacks of RBI baseball, dude.
Oh,
Don Robinson.
there we go.
Yeah.
I still
Not the
don't know-
best game ever.
dude. Well,
Baseball stars.
Joey has this
Yeah,
one in his
baseball
garage,
stars.
Joey has this one in his garage, but the one that I had in college at our fraternity house, the same one too. It was RBI baseball, but it was all the all-star rosters of all the teams.
Nice.
Oh,
Dude.
nice.
Dude, I must have logged 500 hours in on that thing, dude. I mean, we just would literally, it was right next to the kegerator, and it was like, just fill the cup and just play RBI baseball. That's it. So awesome. Yeah, that. Anyways, but Don Robinson, I mean, look, I'm gonna say Madison Bumgarner to answer your question, just because he was not fat, and he's a little bit. I'm thinking he's got a little bit more range through the zone, you know, since he doesn't have to avoid a belly. But Don Robinson could smash.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah. Trying to find out.
Wait, all right. So, what are those of all those NBA things? To go back to that, if you
Yeah.
don't mind. Out of all those NBA things, like all the players that went there, what do you think is the best situation out of all of them? Who do you think is going to be the #1 team?
Well, right now,
Or
I
top
mean,
3? You do top 3.
top 3 in the East.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Right now,
Oh,
I would have to pick Cleveland. I think they're going to be #1 just because based on LeBron James, and I don't think Miami's not even 2. I put Bulls. I'm putting my. I'm saying that Derrick Rose is healthy. I think the Bulls might still be the strongest team with Gasol. I think Gasol is going to be good for that team. But I'm going to go Cleveland 1, Bulls 2. I don't want to go Pacers 3. I'm going to say Washington Wizards. I think they're going to be a surprise team this year. I think Paul Pierce is huge for
They're not
them.
much of a surprise anymore, but I know what you're saying.
Well, I know it. Okay, I meant surprised to be in the top 3. I don't think I think the Pacers are too much of a head case. They haven't re-signed Lance Stevenson. Who's the other? Miami, I don't think.
Roy Hibbert's on the block, dude. they already said that he's up. I mean, they might be just saying that just to get him to start playing. That's crazy. I don't know how that guy literally just fell that far off, dude.
Yeah.
Like
All-star, and then just
In the West, I got Spurs still at 1, of course. I got Thunder at 2, and Dallas. I'm going to put Dallas at 3. I think Dallas has had a really good offseason. I like their lineup right now with Dirk and Chandler Parsons at 3, and then they got Tyson Chandler at the center. And I like that team.
4 through 8 is literally like a coin flip because Golden State's going to be good, Portland's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
But if Cleveland can
forgot
land,
about the Clippers, bro. The Clippers have had a pretty good offseason.
I got a stat for you. I heard that the Spurs are returning 11 players that played over 700 minutes last year. So they're returning every single player pretty much. You know what I mean?
and that's why I can't take anything away from. I mean, they've never won 2 in a row. And what's another crazy status? I think since Michael Jordan won his last title, I think how many years is that? 16 years now, or 17 years. I think 15 teams from the West have won the championship since Jordan won it last, and I think like the Spurs won 5 and the Lakers won 5 out of that like 16 or 17 titles, because Dallas won 1 in there, then Miami won 2. So that's crazy.
So who the Clippers signed Spencer Hawes. Who else did they? Who was the other one that signed with him?
Oh, who else? Did they
Just recently. Spencer Hawes. Basically he's the backup center and power forward, which it's a pretty good.
Oh, what is that?
I don't know.
It's loud, whatever the hell it is.
Trent, is that you doing like fake laughs and stuff? Are you doing the tools?
That was cold-blooded. I downloaded the.
Oh.
Cold-blooded. I like some Gus Anderson, dude.
But I don't know, man. I mean, why? Who do you got? Real fast, who do you got then, Trent? Who are your 3 East, 3 West teams then?
I don't know. You gotta like Chicago. Just with Joakim Noah and Pau Gasol playing the 4. That's gonna be decent. And
Can you imagine if they ended up getting Melo somehow, or if LeBron would have went there?
Yeah.
I don't even know how LeBron didn't even look at the Bulls as an option. I mean, I know he said he looked at a bunch of teams, but basically he was going to Miami or Cleveland. How could he not even look at the Bulls roster and think that wouldn't be a prime place to go?
We couldn't get max money.
I don't think that's why he was looking at the roster necessarily, though.
Yeah.
I think he was looking. I think that he didn't want to change any more teams other than those 2.
That's true.
I think he might have felt that might have been bad for his career.
But go ahead, Trent.
Changing teams a bunch.
That fool wants to follow Jordan's footsteps and own a team. You know what I mean? He wants to make money to own a team. To get big.
Yep.
Okay, so you got Bulls. Who else?
Bulls. I'd probably say Indiana, and then I don't know. I mean, Indiana. They're still going to be decent. You know what I mean?
I was so confused. And who you got in the West?
I found that slide. I was trying to send it to you.
West,
oh, you found it?
Yeah.
Okay. You found it on your phone?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll just post it.
Okay. Yeah. What are you gonna post it on so I can find it?
I'll post it on Facebook and then.
And then I'm looking right now. Go ahead.
And then we'll actually let Trent finish what he was saying.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We're multitasking.
So I'd probably go 3. Probably the Mavericks. 2. I'd probably go with the Spurs, and number 1, your Sacramento Kings. Such a homer, dude. I hate that. Especially living here in the Bay Area. It's like people talk about the Warriors all the time, and it's like, oh my God, dude, shut up. It's all about the Kings. You know what I mean? It's hilarious.
Who do you got? Okay, who do you got in the West? I mean, besides the Kings, then.
No, and Spurs.
Yeah.
I mean, Spurs. The Rockets are still going to be good too. You know what I mean? But
Nobody even mentioned. Did anybody even mention the Thunder?
I know. I mean, the Thunder.
I said
Thunder.
Thunder.
I feel like you got the Spurs, and then you got like.
I said the Thunder. I said Spurs, Thunder, and Dallas.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how
But I
the
feel like
West
those
is.
teams are just like lower level, you know? I mean, they just don't have like chemistry. They don't have like the stars. They don't have, they can't put it all together like Spurs can.
Okay, let me do this real fast, Trent, because this is what we were
This
talking
is
before
so
you came
awesome.
on. Okay, you guys don't say anything, because if you say anything, then it won't work. So,
Oh,
this is Trent.
that was. Dude.
Oh my God! Ouch. Oh my God.
Oh, on the back.
I think the worst part is that he's out too.
Look at the
That
third
hurts
baseman.
worse.
He's like the fattest, sloppiest guy. He's like Pablo Sandoval, but he's Korean.
That was the
Oh
worst.
no, not
that
those,
was-
Brian.
No, whoops.
Get those out of here.
Yeah. All right, we got about like 10 more minutes that I got to get going. But so real fast then, Trent. Anything else going on like baseball? Then who do you think is going to win the World Series?
I don't know. There's so much parity right now, you know. I'm hoping it looks like the A's or the Angels, though. So you got to go with.
In
Both are pretty strong.
the American League, who's going to be in the World Series? The A's are going to face who in the National? Who's they going to face?
I don't know.
Trent.
And,
Or
St.
Tommy?
Louis,
St. Louis.
Dodgers.
I don't think St. Louis, just because Molina's going to be out for like 4 months
Yeah,
now.
that's true. He is. I don't know. There's a lot of parity, man. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's the first
There's only like 7-8 teams in each league that are over 500. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like all it is, man, is you just got to get into the. I mean, the teams that have the pitching staffs, they just like Giants, man. They just got to get in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tommy, anything you want to say before we go? Because you have so much stuff to say all the time.
Yeah, always. I always have a ton to say. No, I don't have anything to add right now. It was fun.
You getting married anytime soon?
Fuck no.
All right, that's good. Trent,
Giants are looking bad though.
I have a
bro.
girlfriend. I don't even have a girlfriend right now. I'm not getting married anytime soon.
Tommy's gonna do one of those freaking Vegas trips, and he's just gonna marry whoever. Just go for it,
Fuck
Tommy.
no.
Just order a Russian bride, dude.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it a night. I think this is gonna be it. Trent,
You want to pay for it, Nick?
thanks for coming on. Trent, of course. Nick, thanks for coming on, dude. You guys are welcome anytime because this show is
Yeah,
like,
no worries, man.
open to anybody.
Like I
We're
said, good
Fucking
to be in a hotel room, away from the family, have nothing to do,
Yeah.
talk some sports.
There we go.
Where are you at, Nick?
I'm up in Reno. I get at an overnight up here, so sitting in the Marriott, not doing a whole lot, clearly.
It was either this or watch porn, and he picked us.
Yeah, you can only jerk off so many times.
That's not true, Tommy. That's Tommy.
Apparently,
Tommy,
you
that's
can
true.
do it a lot more than I actually do it. I just got to go find those JO guys.
Now, if that was an Olympic, if that was an Olympic sport,
Here we go.
what, Tommy?
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
What?
I already heard you talking.
I didn't say anything. I just said if it was an Olympic sport. That's all I said. Why do you get so paranoid?
Paranoid my ass.
Yeah, a couple of episodes I watched, she was on here.
Who was that? Teresa?
Yeah.
Yeah, she retired. She dropped the mic. She's done.
She's only
got
allowed on the
embarrassed.
late night ones when she's drinking.
Yeah, she's done, dude. She realized if this actually got out to her coworkers and stuff like that. Yeah. Plus, she almost died, dude. She like hyperventilated and almost died drinking Fireball. So she's done.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Where's
she
Buke
retired.
at? I thought Corey was on this show.
Corey only does it like on Thursday nights. He's got like what?
The nights that I can't do it.
Yeah, he's got like tantra or something meetings or some stupid shit on Mondays.
He's got to record his FIFA.
FIFA
He's got to record his
videos.
FIFA plays and post them.
He wants to do. If you want to come on, I don't know what you guys are doing Thursday, but we're planning on doing one Thursday, so you guys are always welcome.
I'm pretty sure when I'm at home, my wife's gonna look at me and go, "Er." Of course, she did try to listen tonight, but
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I didn't. I
Did
sent
she
the
stay
link.
on for like a minute and a half
She
or
tried to
something?
get on though. I did that for you, Nick. She tried to get on, but I didn't look at the link.
yeah, you should probably just give her like a false link next time. Like,
Damn computer program.
To the JO guy. Give her the link to the JO guy.
No. Which one, Trent? The train one or the? What's your
Oh,
favorite
Godzilla!
Oh, Godzilla. Okay, guys.
On that
We're gonna
note,
call it a night. But thank you for everything. Thanks for coming on. Tommy, you can find him on Twitter. He's never on there.
Yeah, you can
Nick's on
pretend.
Twitter.
Trent's on
He's never
Twitter.
on there.
Just signed up.
Oh, yeah, Trent's on Twitter now. Trent,
Yeah.
go ahead, Trent. What's your Twitter handle?
Yep.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's,
Nice.
oh yeah, it's 91 Sizzle.
Sure. No, it's not 9-1
Sizzle.
Sizzle. Come
That
on.
is. It's 91 Sizzle.
No.
Yes,
You
it
wouldn't
is.
have
Look
done
it up right now.
Okay, calm down.
I don't even know how to work it yet.
I
I've had it for who knows how long, and I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, I don't tweet a whole lot.
No, you don't.
I'm there to just.
Oh my God, it is. Yes,
There to
7
watch.
followers, Trent. 9. It's at 9. But you put the number 9, but then you put I-N-E.
Post it up. Now you can do it.
Can you see that? That's Trent's. That's
There you
Trent's
go.
Twitter handle,
Yeah,
everybody.
Hank,
Don't talk.
91 Sizzle.
He put 9, but then he spelt out I-N-E. Like people don't know that the number 9 is spelled 9 I-N-E. 1.
Looks like
Okay.
a rapper's name.
Yeah. So basically, what you did is that you replaced the beginning letter of the word 9 with the number,
Thank
and
you.
then the word 1 is replaced the O with the 1.
All right,
6 dizzle.
916. Still representing.
9.
Still representing. After all these years. Baby.
Where are you now, Trent? You live where?
I live in the 408.
You are. My bad. My bad, Eminem.
It's San Jose.
Well, then you should. Then it should have probably been in some kind of Asian dialect if you live in the 408, because it would have been like San Jose.
Nice. You can follow
Well, there's
Nick on
not that many
Twitter
Asians down here,
at
bro.
Not
I mean,
where
there
you're
are,
at.
but there's
Not where you're at.
You can follow Nick at InRhino33. Handyman, what is yours, Trent? Or Tommy, yours is Handyman1124.
Yep.
Yeah, your picture with you on a mountain and stuff is fucking. You can follow me. Mine's right on there.
I think
Go
that's
ahead.
right.
But, anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Trent, thank you for coming on. Nick, thank you for taking time out of your busy
I love how
schedule in the hotel.
we may have. I love how we just went through all those handles as if like we were gonna gain a follower. Or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, dude, you might. You might. Just
Well,
wait.
one of us
Oh,
might follow each other.
am I gonna get the sperm
Yeah.
sponge or whatever that chick's
Oh,
name is?
yeah. You want that one.
Those are
Yeah.
those are fun.
You don't even need to masturbate. You just right away when you read those. Boom.
Yeah.
But anyways, appreciate it, everybody. Thank you, guys.
All
I'll
right,
see you
man.
next time. Peace out.
Later.
Later, guys.
See you, Trent.
Later, brother.